AI native image ads are literally the most underrated way to print money in ecom in 2026. And I'm gonna show you guys the exact tools and systems that I use to create these on a daily basis and have made over $2 million in the last 3 months. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump into my ad account real quick and just show you guys how much of our ad spend this year is going straight into image ads. So yeah, I'll jump in here. As you can see, the ad spend on the right side here, but this ad set is literally all images. This ad set is all images. This ad set is all images, and this ad set is all images. So you can add that up yourself, but obviously we've spent over 800K this year on ads, and a large majority of those have been on images. And obviously a large portion of that has been on native top of funnel images. So yeah, let's get into exactly how I make them and how you guys can make them super simply as well. So yeah, these ads are disgustingly profitable right now. It's like super simple to build and also stands out from the generic ads that people are seeing constantly on their Facebook feed and their Instagram feed. And yeah, you get cheaper clicks, cheaper CPMs than making video ads, and they're also way faster to produce. You can literally shit out 20 of these in a day. Literally all you're gonna need for this is Nano Banana Pro. It's literally the best thing for creating image ads, and there's no other model that you're gonna need. And yeah, as I showed you guys before, some of my best scaling ads of all time have been from static images. So the first thing you need to understand with static and image ads is that it's a spectrum, right? There are indirect ads and there are direct ads. Or another way of thinking about these is basically direct is aware and indirect is unaware. So an example of an indirect image ad is a low awareness scroll stopper. It looks pretty native to the feed, and it's going to scale really well on cold traffic because people don't need to know anything about your product or the problem, to want to consume your ad. And then a direct ad is basically your product or your benefit and then a CTA. So it does really well in middle of funnel or bottom of funnel, but these are people that already know about your product, or they already know about the problem that they're facing, or they already know about the solution that your product is fixing. And yeah, that's basically just the difference between a top of funnel ad and a middle of funnel ad. So yeah, obviously both of these work and they have their use cases, but most people traditionally only really run direct when they're thinking about making image ads. They're only thinking about photos of people holding their product, these social proof ads or these benefit ads, and not really thinking about this whole other landscape of how you can actually reach a cold customer and a cold audience with your native image ads. And yeah, the indirect ones are what actually scales. So these are the unaware, problem aware, and yeah, this is what will let you scale on cold traffic. So this here is an example of a product aware ad. The product's right in the center, one main benefit statement or social proof. These are best for most aware audiences or product aware. You can't scale as high, but these will give you a great return on the middle of funnel traffic that you've already built up. So yeah, it's just a simple one from Norse. It's literally just a risk reversal. It's telling you about their offer. Our return policy is simple. Acne will never return, and it's literally just their product. So yeah, you have to be pretty far down their funnel to actually get this ad. And if you're a cold customer that's never heard of Norse Organics, or you don't know, or you're only just getting into the market for fixing your acne or your son or your daughter's acne, seeing this ad, you're probably not going to buy. And here's another example from Norse Organic that is an indirect ad. So the image is basically purely a scroll stopper. There's this kid with really bad acne. This is AI, by the way. This kid just has really bad acne and then clear acne on the other side of it. So right off the bat, you can't tell what's being sold. The long form primary text on this ad is what's going to do the selling, and I'll show you guys that in a second. As I said before, this is best for unaware and problem aware audiences, and this is what can actually scale your ad account. So I'll pull up this on AdSpy just so you guys can see the text that it has alongside it. And yeah, here's the primary text. So it goes, "My daughter begged me not to make her go to school again. Her face was broken out, red, inflamed, raw. She said they call me pizza face." And it's basically just attacking the pain point really heavily and then selling this as the solution to the product. But they've already been scroll stopped by seeing this really shocking image of this guy with acne and then seeing how it's cleared up. And yeah, they're allowing the copy to do the selling. And what's great about these sort of ads is it looks completely native to the feed. This is the type of thing that their target audience is looking at on Facebook. They're seeing these type of images and they're reading these long form texts because they're an older demographic buying for their kids, and this is the sort of content that they consume natively on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, as you can see here, this ad's got 2,000 likes, 1,200 comments, so yeah, massive winner. So yeah, now that you guys understand the differences between direct and indirect ad, we're going to get into the two ways to make them. So the fastest way to do this and the way to get the best hit rate and how you're going to make the most winning ads in the quickest amount of time is literally just to steal a proven ad from your competitors. So it's going to allow you to steal the data and testing that they've already used to find out which ads are winning, and you can basically just rip theirs, implement your product or your pain point, and that will allow you to have a pretty high chance of getting a winning ad just because their ad is already proven. It's a proven concept. If you have the same target demographic, the ad is also going to work for you. And then the other option is to create yours from scratch. So that's an original concept that competitors can't rip, or that you aren't ripping from a competitor. And basically this has a way higher ceiling of scale because you're attacking the audience audience in a way that they haven't seen before. When you're stealing from your competitors, the audience has likely already seen your competitor's ad. It'll still work for you because it's using proven messaging or a proven format, but making your own ads and coming up with your own ideas allows you to be completely first in the market, completely first to target these people in this way, and that's what's going to make them trust your brand and want to buy from your brand more than anyone else. So yeah, the biggest winners that you'll have in your account will be originals, but the swipes will get you profitable faster and will allow you to pump out more ads quicker. So the first method we'll go through is how to swipe an ad or steal an ad. And basically all this is going to need is Gemini and Nano Banana Pro. However you're currently going about finding winning ads, just use this. If you have access to AdSpy, that's probably the best, then Atria, and then doom scrolling ads library. Those are also other ways to find winning ads. Just make sure that these ads are high engagement and have been running for a long time. That's how you know it's a winner. So yeah, literally all you need to do is drop the stolen image into Gemini with your copy or style changes that you want. Upload your product PNG if it needs it for the ad, and then that's literally it. So yeah, I'll show you guys a quick example. I have this Norse image downloaded from before, so I'll show you here. And the copy was, our return policy is simple, acne will never return. So then you change this to be whatever copy you want for your ad. Just for the video's sake, I'll pretend that I'm selling bananas on Facebook. Change copy to, our return policy is simple. You will like the banana. Change the image of the balms to a banana. So yeah, very simple. We're going to change the copy to, our return policy is simple. You will like the banana. Obviously this is stupid. I'm just showing you guys as an example. And then you'll upload your image of the banana or your product. And I'll say change the image of the acne balms to the bananas I have attached. And then you just wait for it to load. Should take usually around like 20 to 30 seconds. And then bang, just like that, you have the banana ad, all right? So it's literally that simple. Obviously, this is a super simple ad, but you can have a more complex ad with a lot more difficult moving parts, and Gemini will still do a pretty good job at getting it literally one-to-one. Anything that you don't like about it, you can tweak. So say it in like, the bananas in the bottom. I'll just say, get rid of the bananas with no skin in the bottom. And then it would do that. And bang, just like that, now it's generated my ad without the unpeeled bananas in the bottom. So yeah, super simple way to literally just rip your competitors one-to-one. It can do a lot more complex ads than this. This was just the first ad I saw, chucked in a banana. Yeah, it was literally just that simple. Yeah, obviously a bit of a dumb example, didn't use an actual product, but I don't want to show you guys my product. Didn't feel like ripping some random guy off the internet to show their product. But that's literally it. That's all you need to do. And then if there are any other issues, you can chuck it into Figma or Photoshop to get rid of the Gemini logo in the bottom right corner. Or there are just tools on the internet that you can search up, pretty easy to just remove that Gemini logo in the corner. And then you can upload it to your ad account. And then the next method that takes a little bit more time, but it's going to help you come up with way more scalable creatives, maybe a bit lower of a hit rate, but this is how you can really come up with some way better ideas and original ideas that will help you scale your ad account, and that is to create them from scratch, right? So yeah, we can use Claude to come up with a bunch of ideas and pull real emotional triggers and your customer language and their pain points, their desires, to come up with ideas of completely fresh, net new image ads. And yeah, that will allow you to come up with these prompts and then put that into Gemini and come up with a completely fresh, net new image ad. So I'm not going to use a project today, but what you would do usually is you'd make a completely new project. I'll have a prompt for you guys in the description. I'll have a master prompt for you guys in the description. I won't use it right now just for the sake of time. Yeah, that'll give your Claude project all of the context that it needs. So literally all that you need to say is give me 30 to 40 ideas for blah, 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 for a certain type of image ad format for like before versus after or native image ad or whatever you want to come up with. And it will just spit out prompts for you, and you can put that into Gemini and it'll create you a completely new, fresh, net new ad. So yeah, I've just come up with a really super simple prompt that I'm just going to type in, but I will give you guys the master prompt that you guys should put into your one, and then you can upload all of these other winning ads and stuff that you've found, so your Claude knows what ad formats are winning and what ad formats actually work, and then it can come up with the net new ideas based off of those. But I'll just put this one in really quickly. Basically, I just told Claude to come up with 5 different Gemini prompts for a top of funnel unaware image ad for bananas and health benefits for using them, and I want completely native images that I will then put long form text under to captivate the audience. And then I touched the example of the Norse Organics. Basically, you'd have a large array of winning ads in there, so it would have a bunch of different formats to choose from. And then, yeah, literally you can just come down here and choose one of these prompts. And obviously, these are going to be more tailored towards your audience because you'll have all of your foundational documents and all of your customer reviews, all the pain points and that sort of stuff inside of your Claude project. I'm just going to choose this one. Make sure to, whenever you're making a new image ad, you open up a new chat on Gemini. and I'll just input the prompt that it's given me. It's just a candid iPhone photo of a 55-year-old man in a faded polo shirt standing in his backyard holding a banana in one hand and a blood pressure monitor cuff in the other. Obviously the way that this chat is formatted, it looks weird because it doesn't have any parameters set in the project. Yeah, this is just going to generate an image of a middle-aged man in the backyard who's checked his blood pressure and looks pleasantly surprised while holding a banana. And it's designed to hook an older demographic that's worried about their heart health with a candid, "My wife just snapped this." And it's designed to hook an older demographic that's worried about their heart health. So yeah, this is the image here that's generated. I'm just waiting for it to make it vertical because it came out in horizontal, but in your Claude master project, you'll be making it sure it comes out in vertical first time. But yeah, this is literally it. It's a bloke checking his heart health and then looking happy while holding a banana. If you want, you can change it, say like hold the banana up higher, blah, 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 whatever. And then you would come back to your Claude project and you would get your Claude to write a long form primary text for this ad. And once again, I'll have the prompt for these in my free Discord in the link below. So make sure to join that if you guys want all these prompts so you can use these for yourself in your business. And yeah, that's basically it. That is how you can make high converting image ads using AI. All you need is Gemini and Claude, and it's that simple. If you guys are looking to get started out in e-commerce, or you guys want any of these free prompt links that I have, make sure to join my free Discord in the link below. If you're already a bit further along in your e-commerce journey and you want a bit more one-to-one support, I also have a mentorship that you guys can apply for in the link below. Yeah, just fill out the form and apply in the link below in the description, and you guys can see if you qualify to work with me one-on-one. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps. Make sure after you watch this video, you guys go and actually utilize this information that I've just taught you, and I promise you it can transform your ad account. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.